Thanks for taking some time to do this. July 2nd, welcome back from vacation.
Thank you.
Hawaii was awesome.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Coming home is always fun.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you got a 16-month-old that's been spoiled like crazy.
Yeah, and a negative time change, right?
Yeah.
It's like going to the East Coast, coming from Hawaii.
Cameron loves staying up later now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. My daughter's 14 now. She's staying up till 2 in the morning, summertime, and sleeping till 1 in the afternoon.
That's standard though.
It is standard. That's pretty nice. Welcome. We're going over July programming, and we're 2 days into July. I don't think it's crippled anybody. Well, maybe, but because yesterday was a little bit of a beatdown. And today's a cool workout. But I wanted to talk as we do every month about programming. Just give a preview for the month and see what Coach Jamie is thinking about and what we have on the docket. So let's go into the strength. We have primary strength, secondary strength, and gymnastics focus every month. This month's primary strength is power cleans. We started yesterday. With
complex.
With a cool complex. I wonder about that. Was that complex more about the grip, or was it more about building technique?
It's more about building technique. One of the reasons, for example, we're going back to the clean pull. So
right.
A few months ago we did cleans, and every time we went from a hang, we did our clean pull just to kind of practice and rehearse that pull from the ground, from the first to the second position, and finishing at the right spot versus pulling too soon.
Right.
So that's kind of the idea of what we did for yesterday's power clean complex is doing the clean pull, going from the first position to the second, and then floating it just off the ground is, that's essentially what we're looking for is positioning and maintaining consistency of where we're finishing at.
Most people, I noticed the comments on Sugar Watt and myself too, in the classes, I coached classes yesterday morning that they had trouble with that fourth rep.
Yep.
All right, 1, 2.
I mean, it's especially if you release, re-gripping it can be challenging. But at the same time, that does kind of limit how heavy you go.
Right.
So it forces you to kind of work on your technique.
Okay. Yeah, and that's what I did. And I saw a lot of people did that too. They post in their comments, stay light, work on the technique.
That was the intention for this week.
Yeah, stay over the bar. That's cool. And we're working all the way up throughout the month, one day a week, or are there any 2-day weeks?
So this particular cycle, what we're doing now is just to kind of help with some consistency, because typically what we'll do is I'll program every 5 days.
That's right.
Is the strength cycle.
That's right. This month is.
So this month we're doing power cleans, our primary focus on either Monday or Tuesday, finishing with a Monday at the end of the month.
So if you want to get stronger on your power cleans, you want to make progress, and you want to work on your technique, come in on a Monday or Tuesday.
And it's alternating from week to week. So some variedness, but trying to build some consistency to give some people, maybe that have more of a regimented schedule to come to the gym, gives them a little bit more opportunity to hit that day regularly.
Yeah, I'd say 90% of our members are in on a Monday or Tuesday.
Exactly.
So that's good. And we're ending with a cool one, which is a 20-minute EMOM of power cleans.
My favorite workout.
Yeah. And that's a building up
so
EMOM, right?
With that, a lot of times, when we go to test, that whole idea of concept of testing out, when you come to strong class, it's just kind of a funny story, but when you come to strong class, throughout the month, it's full, right? But when testing comes around, it's crickets.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's something that has to do with testing or it's the fact that it's a max out, but this is a chance for us to test to see what we worked on, how is that paying off? So instead of having just a traditional build to a 1 rep max with resting in between, what we're doing is we're doing an EMOM. Now it's a 20-minute EMOM, so it's a long EMOM. And personally, for myself, I love this workout because it gives me a chance to fine tune the mechanics at those earlier weights, at those like minutes 1 to 5, 1 to 8. And then you can kind of start playing around with some heavier loads. And at some point, if you feel like you need to bring it back, you can always lower the weight. And for example, if I go to a point
20 minutes.
20 minutes is a long time. It's 20 reps. And what we're doing is we're going to be scoring this not just on max load lifted, like what was the heaviest load you lifted, but also your total.
Oh, cool.
Right? So if you total it and you say you go up, you miss, those are reps that you're not counting towards your total. So there's a little bit of an incentive to, strategize it, build up, but if you miss a lift, For me personally, when I miss a lift, it's because probably the technique wasn't there, or maybe I'm getting signs of fatigue. I'll drop 20 to 30 pounds off of that lift and then rebuild. And typically when I rebuild, I'll get 20 to 30 pounds past where I missed. Okay. Just because you can reconfigure and reorganize yourself with mechanics, as it gets heavier. And you also get a little rest when you do deload it like that.
That's great. So that's on Monday, the 30th of July will be that 20-minute EMOM. Which will be our test out. If you miss it, just come in and hit it on Open Gym. Yeah. And what's neat, Sugar Wad now allows for multiple scoring opportunities. Yeah. So you can put in each set. So you'll want to track this on Sugar Wad. Put in each set, each rep that you do. Mm-hmm. It'll total it for you, and it'll rank the leaderboard based on however we want, either on total score or on added score.
And this isn't the first time we've done this variation of this lift.
Okay, that's good. So you'll have to record, so this goes out to Eric and Jason, you'll have to actually record all of your reps, not just the biggest one. So, all right, cool. And
keep the whiteboards handy.
So secondary strength is push press.
Push press. Yep.
All right, I noticed we have variations of push press. There's decreasing reps, and then we have the straight across reps. Looks like we're finishing with the straight across 3 by 5 by 3 or 5 by 3.
Yeah, building to a 3 rep.
Building to a 3 rep max. That's neat. All right, and so push press secondary strength. You'll see.
Actually, those days. We're building to a 1 rep. We're going from a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Building to a 1 rep on the last month.
Last week is 1. We'll see a 1 rep power push press. Yep. And then the gymnastics one, which is a little frustrating for me being 56 years old, but the gymnastics. But that said, it's been helpful. Is the pistols this month.
You'll notice that during the heavier and primary, we're not going below parallel at all, right? It's a pull, it's a press. We're going below parallel on our skill. So gymnastics, balance is one of those things, and training that unilateral stability is really important in building strength and like true all-round, well-rounded strength. Yeah. If you just squat, and I mean, occasionally we'll have some pistols here and there in a workout, or walking lunges as something to switch it up. But really working on the pistol alone, being able to go below parallel on one leg is kind of a necessity. That's one of the movements that Kelly Starrett uses as a screening tool. Can you get below parallel, full foot on the ground, lifting in that pistol position? Yeah.
So and most of us, and that's what when I coach it is we all have the strength to do it, to do a one-legged squat. What we don't have is that neurological connection to make recruit the right muscles to make it happen.
That and the flexibility can be an issue
too. Flexibility. That's my issue.
If we're missing the flexibility, the mobility for the bottom position, one of the best ways to get better at that is doing it.
Force yourself to do it.
So with that progression, very similar to what we did in the past, rope climbs, the muscle ups, and we're working on some time dedicated to the pistol itself, working on some skills. And then from there, we're going to do an EMOM that are also built off of some accessory work towards that, single leg modality. Right?
Okay, cool. So talk to coaches. You'll see when on the days we do pistols, you'll likely see quite a bit of mobility ahead of time going into that movement. And if you need help with that, just talk to the coaches about what mobility work you should be doing prior to doing pistols. Yeah. Cool. That's awesome. And then Metcons this month, there's I like what I see. We've got partner wads coming up. We've got notables. The notables that I noticed on there jumped out at me is Nasty Girls version 2.0.
Which is what? Pistols.
Oh, it's pistols.
Now, if you have Nasty Girls version 2.0, that's gonna be probably more of the RX Plus version. Okay. If you have pistols and muscle ups, and it's not a light hang clean, but Nasty Girls is also gonna be an option on there.
Nasty Girls is a classic CrossFit workout. It's one of the ones that the video went kind of viral within CrossFit. Yeah.
Amy Sakamoto,
Eva T, Toradonkus,
and
Nicole Carroll.
Yeah.
And it was 3 rounds for time, 50 air squats, 7 muscle ups, and 10 hang power cleans. And I remember the first time I got it, it was like a monumentous event for me.
It's
like,
a big.
It's like I finished. I was able to finish Nasty Goes, which is cool. Version 2.0, I don't know. I'm gonna have to start really working on those pistols.
Now the version 2.0, that was a regional event.
Oh, that's right.
A couple years ago.
Okay.
Right. So that was a regional event. So if you have done Nasty Girls before, I would recommend try it out. Give it a go. It is a harder, more skilled version of the workout, heavier barbell and pistols versus just air squats. But if you don't have muscle ups, don't worry about the pistols. Go to the air squats and just have a good workout, and then we'll be doing a modification for the muscle ups.
The hang power cleans go from 135 pounds for the guys to in version 2.0 it's 175.
Yep.
And for
that was
women,
with a short bar too.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
That's why it's that weird number.
Yeah, and then for the women it goes from 95 for Nasty Girls for 10 hang power cleans. Version 2.0 is 125 pounds.
Yeah.
So that's spicy.
Yep.
It's especially with muscle ups where your grip's going to be tired.
This is going to be a long one.
Yeah. That's awesome. And then we're doing the end of the month. We're going to do a Bring a Friend Day. So you'll be able to bring a friend in and crush them in a workout.
It'll be a partner version. So when you bring your friend, just keep in mind you're going to be working with them. So.
Yeah. Which means, and we hope that you're doing the bulk of the work. And then the other notables, Death by 10 meters is on this month. That is a classic. That's fun. I really enjoy coaching that.
It's such an easy one to coach too. 3,
Well,
2, 1. Everyone lay down. 3, 2, 1. Go.
All right. Well, it's just helping people keep track of it, and the talking stops after the 6th minute.
Yep.
It's pretty fun. And then there's another death by.
Yep.
But it's going to be burpee box jumps.
This one's alternating. So we got burpee box jump and knee to elbow.
Okay.
So this one we're going to be starting with the burpee box jump, and it's a box jump standing full vertical at the top. We're not going over.
Okay.
On the first minute, second minute, 2 knees to elbow, then 3, then 4. So on all the odd numbers, it's going to be burpee box jump. On the even numbers, it's going to be knees to elbow, and we're just going to go as high as you can get. This is following up after one of our push press days.
Oh, okay, good. Oof. Yeah. Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Then we have, I noticed there's a double Metcon day on the 9th, 10th, 11th of July where we do 3 rounds of 8 ring dips and 10 chest bar pull-ups. We rest for 3 minutes.
Yep.
And then we do 3 rounds of 10 hang squat snatch. Hang squat snatch?
Yep.
And 800-meter run.
Yep. You go from a really short, fast couplet,
Right.
little break, into a nice long.
Right. So we'll score
Both of those separately.
both of those.
And a total time.
Oh yeah, so we'll do both
So
of
that'll
those
be 3
separately
different
and a
scores.
total time, 3 different scores. I'm good for that 3 rounds of the ring dips and chest bars. I don't know about that 3 rounds of 800-meter run with the 10 hang squat snatches. I'll be out there a while. But all in all, it looks like a good month. Anything else that you want to add? I'm loving these Metcons. I think
We do have a nice heavy one coming up. This one's 975. This is a heavy front squats.
Oh, okay.
155 ladies, 225 guys.
Okay.
Followed up with a bar muscle up. Now this workout is very skilled, very heavy. It's not going to be necessarily a super fast workout, depending on what your squat's like and how your gymnastic skills are. But what I want to see in this workout is the bars should be coming from the ground. So that is going to be most likely the limiting factor. Squat clean will count for a rep, but the bar should be coming from the ground. If you are going from a rack, it's scaled.
Okay.
So that's one thing that's really be clear on. If you are deviating from what the workout is prescribed, you are scaling and modifying the workout. So make sure that if you are tweaking or adjusting something in the workout, make sure you post scaled on the sugar wad.
Yeah, and we'll Jamie's gonna do a post on sugar wad. Sugar wad's an awesome tool, and we enjoy it because it helps our members see what their past results are, and then also it's an opportunity for your peers and your coaches.
It's also great for feedback.
Right, to provide feedback for workouts and for movements, but you also can kind of see where you are in terms of your fitness right off the board. But what's most important is that it's is that we maintain integrity.
Yeah.
So if you don't do the workout SRX, be sure and click scale and just put notes. And if you do the workout RX, make sure that your numbers are right. And remember, if you're on the top of the leaderboard,
You're being looked at.
you're being looked at.
In the gym.
Chances are someone's counting your reps, someone's counting your rounds, the coach is looking at you.
You're not quite hitting full range of motion those wall balls.
It is the responsibility of being a badass. If you're going to be good, man, be prepared to be watched. And that's a cool thing. So Sugar WOD, we love it, and but make sure you're marking it. If it's scaled, mark it. Just put notes in it. And there's no shame in scaling, and there's also no shame in. I've come in last a couple times, not recently, and there's no shame in that because I'm using it. Yeah, I love sometimes when I do well, I'll always post those. But even if I don't, I just love having the data point, and I know why I ended up there usually, but it's just good to have the data points. And then the next time I do the workout, I look back and go, oh, okay, I was able to do more rounds unbroken. I was able to do a heavier weight. All of that data is super helpful as you measure your fitness. Cool. Anything else?
Do you want to talk about some last month's?
So last month was good, man. We had a ton of PRs. I saw
the deadlifts on Tuesday. We had 68 deadlift PRs, ranging from 3 to 50 pounds.
And that was just last week, right?
Tuesday last week.
Yeah. I measure it by the Instagram post that we did with the whiteboard, and it's pretty awesome. But at San Jose and here, so that's nice to see. Yeah. And we attribute that, I guess, to the progressions and
staying consistent. I think a lot of it too is consistency. It's up to you guys to come and do the work. I mean, the program's the program, but if you're not doing the work, it's not going to happen.
That's right. And when you come in and do the work, you do it with intensity.
Exactly.
And that's the one thing I'm going to underline.
With the intended intensity.
Good point. Right. So the coach has, and that's a good thing to talk to the coach about. And I notice, I go down to Wednesdays at Moxie and I do 3 or 4 classes up here. And I do like hearing from the coaches about what they expect to see and what kind of effort they expect to see from me in the Metcon. That's helpful. And because especially with yesterday's couplet, right? You kind of want to back off and you want to try and maybe I can try and do them on a minute and a half. When the reality is, it's a couplet, and you need to
go hard.
Get the hell out.
It's a 7-minute couplet. Right. Movements. Go hard.
And then intensity is super important because the result. There was we had like a 3-minute Metcon. Was a 400-meter run. Oh, it was the kettlebell swing, kettlebell goblet squat.
1 to 10.
Yeah, 1 to 10.
Yeah.
And then a 400-meter run. Yeah. And I came in and I saw the scores from earlier in the day, and I thought, the Metcon's too short. But then I realized, and as Sean Rainey pointed out to me, look, you're maxing out on your deadlift. You don't need to wreck your CNS, central nervous system with a 10 or 15 minute Metcon. If you did the deadlifts the way you should have done the deadlifts, that's probably all you needed.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Right. I mean, if you do more, then what's the rest of the week look like?
So a nice, in my case, 4-minute and 30-second Metcon was awesome. And by the way, that was one of those ones that I thought, hey, that's not too bad. And it went really, really fast the first 6 rounds, and then it turned into a shit show.
Easier it looks on paper than it is in reality.
Yeah. So that was a fun one. So you'll see that as we get into the higher intensity, lower rep strength days, you'll probably see the Metcons get shorter, which is cool. Yeah. And again, I always ask the coach, what do you want to see out of this? How should we think about this workout? How should we break it up?
Should we scale, or should we just maybe stick with the heavier weight and take a little more break?
There is the programming committee is meeting and talking, and they've laid this out, and there's a desired or an intended output that they'd like to see. And if that happens, you put the effort in, you're there with your friends, having a great time, guess what? You're probably going to get results.
Yep.
Yeah.
Science.
Cool. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks, guys.
Have fun, July.